Oh, hope you're all having a decent night. If not, I hope things improve for you later. I hope everyone's doing well, or as well as they can be. That's good. So sorry if that was loud. My water decided to just fall around my keyboard. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm not quite sure why that is. Probably because I have my fan on. So noise suppression is probably affecting it a little bit. But let me boost this a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. Yeah, that's what I thought was causing me issues. Let me let me mute for a second and go turn off my fan. And how is that? Is that a little bit better now? I'm going to hope that that's better. So, it's not a whole lot I can do about it right now. I just need to upgrade to a different mic because I know this one is in desperate need of an upgrade. But that's a bit out of budget right now. Anyway, hopefully that's a little better. But, yeah, so the plan for tonight is just, start off with some collectives and later I'll probably open the queue for at least a little bit. So I suppose we'll go ahead and get started with collectives. Okay, so what do we need to hear today? First card here is the Knight of Cups. The second is the Hermit. The third is Ace of Swords. And the fourth is the Six of Swords. So, yes. Right away, the thing that sticks out to me is perhaps that we're isolating ourselves a bit too much. And that's something we need to be moving away from. So, with the Knight of Cups here, that also is telling me that this is something that we need to take action on. Is again moving away from the isolation here. With the Hermit reversed. Sorry, I'm currently debating on which Oracle deck I want to use. I was planning on using Moonology, but maybe this is another case where I use both. I feel like both Work Your Light and Moonology will have messages that we might need to hear right now. So I guess first let's start off with Work Your Light then. Okay. What further insight do you have? It's like the third time. The third time it has popped out that card. I swear that's like the one that we start off with every time. I guess so. Okay. Let me get these out right here better. And let's see what Moonology has. Must have not noticed a card that flipped over last time I was using this. Oops. The message that Moonology had for us is full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay. So let's see what Awakening has to say. Awakening says, you are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like-souled people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. So, yeah, I know I've told you, like, that a lot recently. I believe that this is, I believe that card in particular might be popping up for you in particular. Like, of course, not saying that no one else can identify with it, but you're about to begin to start your own journey. So it's very, very interesting that this card has been repeatedly popping up in the messages that you identify with, that you resonate with. Especially now that we have this one here. That's actually that's actually what I was just about to say too, is like what I always get out of that card is um like to remember to like not overthink things too much, and to remain grounded. But it obviously also does refer to a um potential spiritual awakening too, of course. Which, again, is very fitting because that's a part of yourself that you're about to explore. And now, with this card here popping up, um, if if there's anything that sums up my personal approach, this would be it. Okay, let's see what that card has to say. Okay. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. For you in particular, I don't really think that's the message here. For you in particular, I think that one is. Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. So, what I get out of that, essentially, is as you begin this new journey, um, and you begin this new spiritual journey here, do your best to trust your intuition, but also remember to balance both of these sides. And if we apply this, if we apply this, if we apply this to yourself here, this this journey here is something that you need to take action with. So you can stop isolating yourself and begin moving on here. The interesting part about this card as well is this also does refer itself to spiritual journeys. So, in other words, for you specifically, I would take this as a sign, most certainly, that this is something that you do indeed need to move forward with. So, and I know that is something that you are beginning to do. You know, it's just like last night that you ordered your tarot deck and your oracle cards and a journal and such, so you can write down your feelings on that. So, for you specifically, I know that this is like essentially a confirmation that you're on the right path. So I feel like that message was particularly just like directed at you. But if there's anyone else who can identify with that message, anyone else that message resonates with, I do hope that helps you in some way. Okay. Well, with that, I suppose. Okay. Let's go ahead and do another one. Right. So, what do those who might be watching need to hear? So, the first card we have here is the Queen of Coins. The second card we have here is the King of Swords. The third card here is the Ace of Coins. And the fourth card we have here is the Eight of Cups reversed. Oh. Mm-hmm. What I'm getting here is that there might be a decision that needs to be made. And that um grounding and practicality here might be needed. Um, so perhaps there is some decision that you need to make that you might be avoiding. But essentially what I feel like the Eight of Cups reversed here is trying to tell you is that normally upright, this card would symbolize the need to perhaps distance yourself from something, from some decision, or just move on from something. But with it being reversed, the feeling that I'm getting from this one currently is that this is a decision that you need to continue sitting with. And that rather than moving away, a decision here actually does need to be made. Again, possibly going in with that need here with these two energies. A need for grounding and practicality and a need for structure. For this one, I'm gonna pull from the Moonology deck. I feel like that one would fit best here. So, what further insight do you have to give to this? It's popping out that one again, oh boy. Okay, so full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality with practicality. So this one says, have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act, for everyone's sake. There's also a part underneath that says, meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. So, And that very much fits with the rest of the reading here. Particularly the part that says, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. That very much fits with these two energies here. The Queen of Coins and the King of Swords. Queen of Coins telling you that you need to be more practical, that you need to be more grounded. The King of Swords telling you that you need more structure. And the Eight of Cups, again, telling you that you need to sit with this, whatever this decision is, a little more and actually make a decision. And particularly there was a part within this card here that mentioned something about your dreams. I wasn't certain at first what the Ace of Coins here was supposed to represent, but I believe that one's telling you that that's something that you should be working towards. And I feel that's particularly what this reading is about. Essentially, finding this balance between things and creating this structure and creating this stability for yourself and grounding yourself. And taking this action is something that you need to do in regards to following whatever it is, following whatever dream it is that you have currently. It is telling you this as a way of helping you achieve them. So, if there's anyone who needed to hear that message, anyone who identifies with that message, anyone who that message resonates with, I hope that helps you in some way. I know that is something in particular that I myself can currently identify with. So okay. Well, with that, I believe it's time to open the queue for a little bit. Fortunately, won't be doing too many because I'm not feeling the best tonight, but feeling well enough to do this for at least a little bit. So, hello. It's nice to see you again. Thank you for stopping by again. You got here just in time to join the queue if you want to. For those who want to join the queue tonight, the queue is now open. Thank you for joining. That means you're up first. Yeah, that's the reason I changed the command there is so that when people type in the default command, it displays the little disclaimer there. Because I am still new to this, so I know not everyone will be comfortable with that. I don't take offense to that. It is perfectly fine. Oh, thank you for stopping by. If you wish to join the queue, the command there that Nightbot just listed is the one that you type in to join. Okay. So, space bats. I hope it's okay if I call you that. You're up first. Are you ready? Also, I love that username, by the way. Okay. So let's see. What message does Space Bats need to hear tonight? Seven of Cups, Judgment, King of Coins, let's put that there, the Ten of Swords, and Nine of Cups. So, sorry, it's kind of out of my not bad. Okay, so what I'm getting out of this is that there are some decisions before you. Perhaps you are struggling to decide which one to go with. But this decision that needs to be made, it will lead you to good things. So there is improvement here. There is security and happiness to be found here with these two cards here. And this one, I feel like is signifying that the battle is over. Or at the very least, that the battle may not yet be over. There may be a part of the battle still yet to come. But the important part of this to remember is that this is the Ten of Swords after all. Even if there is still a part of the battle yet to be fought, the 10 marks the end of a cycle. So, it will come to an end. Hopefully soon. Um, I feel like both Oracle decks might have a message for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from both of them. They might help give some insight into what this may be about, if you're currently uncertain. So yeah. Yeah. I'll pull from both. I think they might be helpful. So. Further insight do you have? think I may have to pull this. I'm gonna shuffle it one more time. Starseed. Yeah, sometimes the deck will pop cards out. Sometimes it just wants to have a card pulled from the top. Okay, let's see what Starseed says. Starseed. Oh, the text on the bottom there says, what lights you up? Starseed says, the Starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many Starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out, and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a Starseed and you are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most Starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life, and feel that there is something more, and get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet, in hospitals and schools, in slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suites, in parks and nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. Many Starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in, or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share, and to treat your time on Earth like a glorious vacation. So, the important part of that I get out of that is, one, to follow what lights you up. Two, to never dim your light to fit in. If you are unique, share that uniqueness. If anyone doesn't like that, fuck them. I don't think that's part of the important part, but in a way, if you do share that uniqueness with the world, you do in some way help contribute more light to it. Your energy is, of course, not going to be for everyone. Not everyone's energy is going to mesh well with everyone else's. Your personal energy sometimes isn't for everyone. I know that very well. But that's okay. If people don't like it, that's okay. If they try to put you down or shame you for that, well, they can go fuck themselves. If they have a problem with you, that's their responsibility to move away. But it is yours to keep shining that light. Keep shining that uniqueness. And don't ever let anyone dim that. If they don't like you, that's on them. At that point, it's up to them to move on and fuck off. So, the important part of that, though, the most important part of that, I think, is again the part that that says to follow what lights you up. So follow follow what you're passionate about. If that happens to pertain to whatever this shit, bleh, I cannot talk today. If that happens to pertain to whatever decision is, whatever this decision is that you need to make, then you might have your answer there. Let's see what the Moonology deck has to say here. Okay. What further insight do you have? Hopefully that at least helps you in making those decisions. card you got is Blue Moon. Believe in the impossible. Blue Moon says, as the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much, or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you were asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it is important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. So, I hope you can identify with that message and that it's something that resonates with you. I hope that message is something that can help you in some way. I will also say, the last collective that I gave before opening up the queue here, I'll be publishing the VOD after I end stream here. But, if you want to go check out the collective reading that was before this one in the VOD, you might find something in that one too. Perhaps. But, yeah. Whatever it is, I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope it goes well for you. And if you're struggling in any way currently, I hope that things improve for you. The important thing with this card here in particular, I feel like, is keep holding on to hope. That's it. Another thing that I would attach to that card as well, on top of the existing message, is to keep holding on to hope. I hope that message helps. Thank you for joining. That's good. I hope it works out for you. Well, one thing I will say is that can be implied here by the judgment card being present, but in a positive way, not in a bad way. So also, hello Ram. Thanks for stopping by again. In other words, if you believe in karma and the karmic cycle, the presence of this upright could also signify that as well, but in a positive way. So in other words, the karmic energy that you've cultivated for yourself is a positive one currently, not a negative one. Essentially, as a whole, this this is something that is very positive here. Um, Especially with this one here. It's a very positive outcome. So good seeing you too, Ram. I hope you're doing well. The queue is still open, by the way, if you'd like to join again. Need to stretch my legs really quick. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, you're fine. Okay. Let's see. What message does Ram need to hear today? Of course, thank you for joining. Like I said, I hope that helps in some way. And on the floor. One moment. Okay, so the first card you got here is the moon. The second is the Two of Cups. The third is the Queen of Cups. The fourth is the Ace of Wands. Okay. So, something about this tells me there's a bit of a disconnect currently right now. And that creating that connection again is something that you would like again, correct? Yeah. So, yeah. You know, like, current situations over the past few years have made that very hard. Yeah. Um, I hope that's something that I hope that's something that improves soon. Um, with this, it's telling me you can. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pull like another card or two and see maybe if they have some advice. We got the King of Swords. So, to me, that says keep trying. But at the same time, I would also make sure that they understand how they are currently making you feel. Well, the King of Swords can represent like of course, as with like any like king or like any king energy, there's always of course like authority, but with this one there's also loyalty, but also self-discipline. So that's the reason why this one tells me that you should keep trying. In particular, the this deck in particular has a storybook that is associated with it. Each of these images has a story attached to it. They're based on like folk tales, like a bunch of different stories from a bunch of different cultures. Um, it's for that reason that this is a deck that I would recommend to anyone who is like starting out into tarot. This is something that I didn't know when I first bought this deck. I didn't know that it had these stories attached to it. I just liked the artwork. But um, I quickly realized that it also had like stories attached to it. And there's a storybook that you can buy. Um, the guidebook itself for this deck includes like short snippets of the stories. Anyway, so the artwork on this card in particular is associated with a story about what griffins, the animal on this card is a griffin. Um, the story um, essentially goes through like what griffins symbolize among like different cultures. The griffin is often a symbol of patience and perseverance as well, which is again why I say to continue trying. But something that I also attach to this card in particular as well is fighting for what you believe in. So I would keep trying, yes, but I would also make sure that you let them know that they're kind of not making you feel that great right now. That may not be their intention, and letting them know that may make them aware of that. But if it is purposeful, then maybe they're not really friends. I would hope that wouldn't be the case. So, I would say maybe. Just let them know, essentially. Let them know how they're currently making you feel. Because if that's not their intention, and they're not aware that that's currently how they're making you feel, maybe they would like to know that so that they can correct that. And then along with that, you're also kind of putting the ball in their court. If after that they don't try to correct it, they don't try to reach out, maybe that was intentional. And then you kind of have your answer there. Also sorry for all the shifting around. Moving around a lot because my leg is starting to cramp a little bit and I'm trying to stretch it out. So let me do this really quick. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I just tried to close Q, but it wouldn't let me. So I guess I'll keep it open. There might be a reason it wants me to. Anyway, yeah. Yep. Guess that was why it wouldn't let me close the queue. Hello again. But yeah, of course, I still have an oracle card to pull for you. But I guess I'll give you the decision. So, would you like work your light? Or would you like Moonology. Is there... Here, okay. What further insight do you have? I got two for you. First one is Akasha. The second one is Deep Replenishment. Okay, so Akasha says, Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and you can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned, soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you chose to work for, a relationship you planned to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world. To trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha, and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. So the important part that sticks out to me here is particularly the part that says, whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. The important bit of that being it will not bypass you. Also, the bit about being exactly where you need to be right now. So, then also the part about it being time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world. I feel like that itself is a sign to, again, reach out. Reach out to your friends. And again, let them know. Let them know how they're making you feel. Because that might not be their intention. It's probably not. I would hope it isn't. And I'm sure they would appreciate knowing that they're actually not making you feel too great right now. The second card is Deep Replenishment. Deep Replenishment says, the most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well, and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile? Overspilling with life. It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. Oh, you're fine. Sorry, Nightbot's just being a butt. So, it's also telling you to make sure to also take care of yourself first and do the things you enjoy. Do the things that replenish your energy, that calm you, that relax you. I would reach out to them again and let them know how they're currently making you feel. But also remember to take care of yourself first. Yeah, exactly. If we have nothing, if we continue giving everything we have to others, and we leave nothing for ourselves, eventually we will reach a point where we have nothing left to give. Which is why taking care of ourselves first is the most important thing. So, I hope that message helps. Good, I'm glad. I hope everything works out. I hope you're able to reconnect with your friends like you wish to. Thank you. I hope your night improves. Okay. You're up next. Are you ready? Okay. What message does Misery need to hear today? course, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. So, you got 7 of Cups, the 9 of Coins reversed, the 6 of Cups, and the Hierophant. So, essentially, what this is telling me is that maybe you're currently facing some decisions currently. The 9 of Coins reversed is telling me that you might be overworking yourself a little bit too much, or that you're pushing yourself a little too far and just overwhelming yourself. The 6 of Cups is essentially, the 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. Essentially, reconnecting with something from perhaps reconnecting with your inner child and doing something that you once used to enjoy. To me, the Hierophant is here symbolizing your path, perhaps your spiritual path in particular. Because the Hierophant is often representative of a spiritual leader of some sort. The card itself represents, can also represent like social conformity and social constructs and stuff as well. But so essentially, yeah. So essentially, what I'm getting out of this essentially is to reconnect with something from somewhere in your past that once gave you joy. So if there's anything you used to do that you don't do, or perhaps you're neglecting a bit at the moment, this is telling you to do that again. to reconnect with that. And that should hopefully help you along this path. Music? Do you make music? Do you play like an instrument? I'm sorry. But yeah, maybe I would definitely say, like, absolutely get back into that. Like, music as a whole can be just so therapeutic, whether that's just listening to it or creating it. I'm sure it's even more therapeutic when you actually create it. Yeah, I would I would absolutely reconnect with that. Make music for yourself. Even if you don't share it with anyone, just make it for yourself. If you do decide to share that and anyone else can like identify with it and connect to it, great. That's even better. But it's important to do it for yourself. Okay. I'll give you the choice to um would you like work your light or moonology? Okay. Okay. What further insight do you have? You got 2 extra cards. You got 3 extra cards. The first one is New Moon in Sagittarius, which says luck is on your side. The second one is New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Third is New Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. The fourth one is First Quarter Moon. Your commitment is being tested. I kept shuffling because I felt like it had more to say after it popped out the first one. It looked like it just gave you 2 extra cards, but then I picked them up and there was a third one hidden in between. So, let's go. I guess so. So, New Moon in Sagittarius says, whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically, by exchanging big ideas with others, or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. So the part here that sticks out to me was the first line about whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. And then the line immediately after that. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. Those first 2 lines I feel like are the most important. It also definitely goes very in line with the message of the tarot cards there. So, there's also something else here in this little entry for this that I do want to show. Hopefully you can read that. It's a section that says, attuned to the moon. Count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them out loud. So, essentially, appreciate what you have. By essentially showing gratitude. if you if you believe in the concept of spirit guides, or you just believe like in that entity, you know, like universal energy, or like the universe, or again like karmic cycles and stuff, um show your gratitude. If you believe in spirit guides, show your gratitude to them by um well, essentially thanking them. whether whether it be like a belief in spirit guides, a belief in like the universe and universal energies, or the karmic cycle and karmic energy. You can show that gratitude essentially, again, by writing it down. Or if you prefer, just speaking it out loud. And the reason that sticks out to me, in particular, is because I know um, sometimes we don't always realize all of the positives that are still there because we're too bogged down in the negativity. And sometimes actually writing out a list of those things, of the things that we're grateful for, can really, really help with that shift in perspective. The next card here is New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. New Moon in Leo says, this card heralds the start of a new cycle for you, when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. If you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle, and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or a new start for your children. So, the part that sticks out the most to me is the part that says being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. And also about it being a good omen about a creative project. I also feel like this also kind of goes in line with the whole like gratitude list. So the next one was full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. If you've been feeling very paranoid or acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. The energy of that card is great. So, that part there again, with the attuned to the moon section. Emote. It's all better out than in. Again, I feel like that would go really well with like the whole like creating music thing again. I'm sure creating music again is something that could be very therapeutic for you and something that can help you actually get rid of some of these feelings that are still lingering. The fourth card is First Quarter Moon. Your commitment is being tested. That one says, there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. In other words, if you don't believe in it, or if you don't believe in yourself, probably not going to get you anywhere. So, do your best to keep believing in yourself, believing in whatever it is you want to accomplish, and keep holding on to that hope. So I hope that message helps in some way. I wish you the best of luck in regards to your music, particularly if you do decide that sharing whatever music you create, if you decide that sharing it with other people is something that you want to do, I hope that all goes well for you. But even if you don't share it with anyone else, the music you create should always be for you. Should never be to please anyone else. So, if you just create music for yourself and you don't share it with anyone, that's fine too. That goes for anyone who creates anything, by the way. Create what you want. Don't give in to anyone else. But anyway, with that, it is unfortunately time for me to go. My body is currently telling me that it is time to go rest and relax. So. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for sharing some of your time with me. For those of you who did resonate with a message that may have popped up, even if it wasn't one that was for you directly. If there's a message for here and a message for anyone else that you can identify with, go ahead and take it. Sometimes being indirect can be how we need to hear something sometimes. So, if you heard a message, even if it was for someone else, go ahead and take it. Regardless if you got a message for you or not. I hope there was something in any of the messages that could help you in some way. But yes, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing some of your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon. But bye for now.